Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2016 BMW 7 Series G11. This review is taking place at Martin Riley Motors, BMW, Mini and Hyundai in Carraroe, County Sligo. For all contact information in regards to this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work, also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data and take a look around the exterior. Nicely designed key fob. This car has a full keyless entry system, so if I just keep the key fob in my pocket, you'll notice the rib pattern on the door. Press it once to lock, and then after waiting a second, grab the handle and the vehicle unlocks itself. This car also comes with soft closed doors as standard, so for example if you fail to close the door all the way, the car will pull the door in the rest of the way. I'll just demonstrate this now. As you can see, very handy feature. So this car has the ivory white black exclusive Napa leather interior with the fine line wooden high gloss trim. So on the door, you naturally got your four one-touch automatic windows, as well as this button here for power folding the exterior mirrors. And then located down here, you got your boot release. And what's really cool is this silver trim here. As you can probably see on camera, it changes colours. It goes from purple to blue, then it blends off to red. And naturally, you've also got a full electric driver's seat. As a matter of fact, all four seats in this car are fully electric. So this car has 345 kilometers on the clock so far. As I said, it's completely keyless. So just put your foot on the brake and press the engine start stop button. And the steering wheel moves into a preset setting. If I power off the engine, all the electronics stay on, but as soon as you open the door, they turn off and the steering wheel goes back into its preset setting. So the 7 Series has a beautifully designed 3-spoke leather wrap multifunction steering wheel with very smooth electric rack and pinion power assist, and it also has got a completely electric steering column. You can then just adjust it from here. And off to the left, naturally you got your cruise control settings as well as your radio and voice command settings here. This car also has a digital speedometer, as you can see there. Nice heads up display, which is projected from down there. So naturally, as you would expect from a 7 Series, it is packed full of technology, so there's quite a bit to go through, and I think we're going to start off with the upgraded iDrive system. This is called the iDrive 5, and it's BMW's first touchscreen iDrive system, as you can see here. Completely touchscreen, but I think for the sake of today's review, we're just going to go through it with the iDrive wheel down here. So this is your main menu, and for those of you familiar with BMWs, you scroll and push in to make your selection, and then you got your buttons here for the menu, media, communications, map, navigation, back and option. So if I just turn on the radio using that button, I'm going to show you the first cool feature. With most cars, you can adjust the volume using this dial here on the radio. You can use the volume controls on the steering wheel. BMW, however, has put something called gesture control in. So the one command that I do know, you just put your hand right about here at this height and rotate clockwise.
With a modern campus, state-of-the-art sport facilities,
and then counterclockwise to turn down the volume. That has got to be one of the coolest features I've ever seen applied to a car. There's also gesture control for answering and declining phone calls. I'm not sure what it is. I think to answer a phone call, it's that there, or something like that there. Anyway, you put your fingers out like that. I'm not entirely sure what that gesture control is, but you can just have so much fun with this when you're driving along.
What's the smart way to enjoy an American summer? You could hire a bucking bronco and turn your back garden into...
That is awesome. You'd have endless fun with that driving along, so you would. And it's very handy as well, because it means you can be sitting here driving along and you just have your arms sitting up in the armrest there, and then you just do your little gesture control and there you go. Oh, that's so much fun. So it is. But anyway, I'm going to go through the options here. First off, we're going to look at the media and radio. So just push in the dial. You got all your different settings here, so you can go through your save stations. And if I just press left twice, you can go through your DAB, FM and AM radio stations, music collection. You can import music from USB devices onto the car's hard drive. Your CD player when your phone's Bluetoothed. Screencast. I'm not actually familiar with screencast. I believe it's some kind of device you can pair with the car anyway and play music off it. USB plug-in, your sound settings as you can see over there. Manage mobile devices and your personalized menu. So let's go back into the menu. The next one is communications. When you have your phone Bluetooth, you can access just about every aspect of it here. You can go through your messages, recent calls, dial a number, and so on. Navigation, go into that there. So your map, journeys, settings, parking information. So you can select map here, or you can do it from down here.
Navigation is not active.
Now I'm actually going to demonstrate the voice command. So just use this button here, press it once, and press it the second time now for the voice command to be activated. Navigation.
Navigation. Say a menu option. For example, map or enter destination.
Enter destination.
Please say the house number followed by the street and the town.
Dublin.
Dublin was selected. Please say the street or say start route guidance.
O'Connell Street.
To Connell Street, say yes or select another entry from the list.
Cancel.
Cancel.
To be honest, I actually said O'Connell Street, but sometimes the voice command can make mistakes. It said O'Connell Street, but you get the idea anyway. It's a pretty amazing system, so it is. And you can also use the voice command button to go through the radio stations. Radio.
Please select a waveband, such as FM or another entertainment source.
FM.
FM. Please say a radio station or a frequency.
News Talk.
You are listening to the FM station News Talk.
And there you go. It's a very nice system and easy to use. The voice command can take a little while to get used to because it has to be able to recognize your voice, so you have to be very specific when you're making your commands, otherwise it can make mistakes like it did with the navigation. It put me on the wrong street in Dublin. So back in the main menu, let's go and look at BMW's Connected Drive. This is basically all your assist and BMW assistant settings. So if we go into internet, this car actually has Wi-Fi hotspot and internet built in as standard. You got your Google browser. So sorry, just go back over here and tap into it. So how do we get over? There we go. So you use the little touchpad here to move the little arrow over and then push in the dial.
Apostrophe.
Whoops, no, not an apostrophe. Delete that. Now you can type in the letters by punching in the letters from here. So example, we want to go onto YouTube, so I can type in the Y, or using the touchpad you can actually draw the letters in. Now the touchpad can take a little getting used to. The navigator, sorry, the little screen will sometimes make mistakes.
U T A.
No, not an A. As you can see, it is very easy to make mistakes, but we're just going to do it in manually here. So YouTube. Alright, and press OK. And there we go. So let's say we're going to search YouTube. Now,
Stop.
unfortunately you can't actually watch videos, the browser doesn't support them, but I mean it's brilliant that you can actually navigate through them all, and it just displays like it would on a normal laptop or a mobile device. Let's say we're going to look up Shmi 150. So let's see, how do we get to numbers? Alright, you push down on the iDrive wheel, you just pull it down there to get up your numbers and other symbols. So let's see what Shmi has on his YouTube channel recently. Okay, and then over to the search, and there you go. There's all of Tim's videos. It's McLaren 675 LT and everything. Now, as I said, I don't believe you can actually watch the videos because the browser doesn't support the videos. Yeah, it just comes up as a black screen, I believe. Yeah, your browser does not support this. But in saying that, you can surf a lot of different websites. You could go on Facebook, for example, or do whatever you want. But naturally, the car won't allow you to surf the internet while the car is driving. So the next one is My Vehicle. This is all your basic standard settings for the vehicle, the system. You can customize your driver profiles. And then you got your vehicle status. Let's see, you can check the tire pressure monitoring system, oil levels, coolant, just about everything, to be honest. So coming down into the rest of the center console, you got your Eco Start Stop system, which you can activate and deactivate from here. And see down here, this here is all touchscreen as well for adjusting the heat. If I just show you, hot and cold, and it all comes up there as well. You can do the same for the passenger side. That's really nice, so it is. So all 4 zones of the car are truly independent. There's also separate fan speeds as well. This car has dual zone climate control. It's all touchscreen. You got 3-stage heated seats. All the buttons and all the dials in this car feel very high quality, so they do. I mean, it's just a nice silver finish on everything. As I said, it's all touchscreen down here. You got your preset stations for the radio and everything. And at the moment, we just have the climate control set into automatic. Down here, you got some storage, you got a USB plug in there, you got this removable, I suppose you could use it as an ashtray or a coin storage. 2 cup holders there and a cigarette lighter. So you push this once and it closes halfway, push it again to close the whole way. And then, as I said, you got the iDrive wheel here, and this car has the 8-speed Steptronic gearbox with a dual clutch. So you hold in the brake, press this button here, and you go between drive, neutral, and when it's in reverse, the backup camera and guidance lines come on. And then to put it in park, just press P. And actually, sorry, one thing I forgot to mention about the gearbox is you can shift gears manually, as you can see there, but you can also use the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, left one for shifting down and the right one for shifting up. And you got your automatic control there for the wipers, your automatic headlights, and also there is a bit of storage down here as well, nicely carpeted. And of course you got your standard electronic parking brake with the auto hold feature. You can also raise and lower the car's ride height manually from here. You got your parking sensor controls. You also got your traction control located here, and then you got your sport, comfort and eco pro modes. Now you're going to want to see this on the screen here, right? So at the moment it's in normal mode, and the screen, as you can see, is completely digital. So if we put it in sport mode, the dials turn red, which is really cool. Back into comfort, just their standard settings, and then we got Eco Pro and everything turns blue. That is really cool, so it is. I love the display. Really nice. Excellent finish on all these controls as well. The fine line button trim looks great, so it does, combined with the silver accenting. And as you would expect, the seats in this car are exceptionally comfortable, so they are. As I said, actually, there is a massage function down here, 3-stage. If I press that, it displays up on the screen here, telling you what the seat is doing at the moment. And I was using this feature a few minutes ago, and it is so comfortable, so it is. This car is amazing with the technology it has in it. And of course it has an auto-dimming interior mirror, rain sensing wipers, automatic LED headlights as well. You also have SOS up there, your standard interior lighting, and a sunroof. Just to allow a little bit of extra light into the cabin. And then down here, you press this button here. You open your little center console with a bit of storage, USB and a power outlet. And the best thing is, despite all this equipment, nothing in this car is hard to use. The iDrive system could take a little getting used to if you've never used one before, but if you've owned BMWs in the past and you're used to the iDrive system, this should be an absolute pinch for you. It's very easy to use. So let's go ahead and check out the back seats. And you got your 2-person memory settings for each seat. The last tray as well, or can just be used as storage. And like in the front, you got your illuminated door sills. Rear ventilation back here as well. Now this particular car is just a standard short wheelbase, but even so, as you can clearly see, there is a ton of legroom. Nicely finished wooden trim and storage in the back of each front seat. And located down here, you got automatic air conditioning. Nice digital display like in the front, as well as 3-stage heated seats. There's also additional storage down here, as well as two 12-volt power outlets located off to each side. Now the main thing that's of interest back here is the center console, which folds down. Finished in lovely ivory white, nice soft touch material. Got a bit of storage here, nicely carpeted, good and deep. And then at the front, your cup holders. But the most impressive feature that's found on both sides of the center console is the electric seat controls. If I press this one, as you can see, the seat comes forward. And then you can put it back to the way it was just by using this button. Very impressive. And actually, if we just look at the headrest, it's got this kind of nice suede cushion. Really nice and comfortable, so it is, with the 7 engraved into it as well. And the headroom in the back of this car is excellent as well. To be honest, you could sit back here on a long distance journey. It doesn't matter how many hours it is, you would be extremely comfortable. There's so much adjustment for the air conditioning and the seats. You could fall asleep back here and you'd just be the most comfortable person alive, to be honest. The best way to describe this car, it's like a high-tech hotel on wheels, to be honest. It's very, very impressive, so it is. So let's hop back into the front. And also just one thing I want to show you guys, when you open the door, you got the Carbon Core badge. So we're just going to leave the key in the car for this next bit. Turn on the vehicle's power. Also turn on the automatic headlights, front and rear fog lamps, and the hazards. And put down the driver's side window, which is fully automatic. And we'll go ahead and check out the exterior. This car is finished in Imperial Blue Xyrillic, and it's been fitted with the optional automatic adaptive LED headlights with bi-xenon projector headlamps as standard, along with LED front fog lights. 1977 saw the release of the 7 Series, BMW's top spec luxury car, which has always been a very advanced upmarket vehicle and is the main rival for the likes of the Mercedes S-Class, Audi A8, and since 2010 the Porsche Panamera. This new model is available like its predecessors as a short wheelbase that we have here, known as the G11, and a long wheelbase known as the G12. The new car is packed full of the latest technology such as gesture control, optional laser headlights, self-leveling suspension, the most high-tech multimedia interface ever fitted to a road car, and it's also the first mass-produced mainstream type of car to be made of carbon fibre. The 7 Series has been put on a diet. It now weighs 190 pounds less than its predecessor thanks to the new carbon core structure. The monocoque of the car, which is where the passengers sit, is made out of CFRP, which stands for carbon fibre reinforced plastic, a structure that is made out of carbon fibre, aluminium and tensile steel. The carbon core means that the 7 Series weighs less and it has a lower centre of gravity, maintaining a 50-50 axle load distribution, and also increases structural strength in areas exposed to high steering forces, as it is capable of diverting high impact forces to prevent deformations of the material, resulting in high torsional rigidity. The kidney grille is now functional. It contains active bars and flaps which open when additional cooling is needed, usually at high speeds. The new design is not just very good looking, but the body now has 15% less drag, making the car more aerodynamic, which helps improve handling and fuel economy. Earlier I briefly demonstrated the different driving modes. To add to that, the ride height drops by 10mm when in sport mode at high speed to increase stability. Also the ride height can be adjusted manually up to 22 miles per hour. The adaptive cruise control can also hook onto the back of the car in front of you. If that car speeds up, you speed up, and if it slows down, so will you. On top of that, the cruise control will recognise speed limits and adjust itself accordingly, and it even has automatic brakes which will apply in the event of sudden braking by the vehicle in front of you. This car has been fitted with the 19-inch V-spoke alloy wheels. It has 4-wheel ventilated steel disc brakes with an independent McPherson strut front suspension as well as a multi-link rear suspension. The overall length is 200.7 inches. It has a width of 74.9 inches and a height of 57.8 inches, and the total wheelbase is 120.9 inches. The G12 long wheelbase has an additional 5.5 inches in length. It's also 1 inch higher, and the total wheelbase has been increased by 0.4 inches. As we've seen in the interior of the car, this is a very spacious and roomy vehicle. Coming round to the back, this practicality continues. It has a very large boot, accommodating up to 515 litres of room. There's also a button on the boot lid which allows it to close automatically. And also in the glove box there are additional buttons for releasing the boot. So to release the bonnet, just pull this handle twice. The engine is a 3-litre twin-scroll turbo. It produces 261 horsepower with a top speed of 155 miles per hour. It also produces 457 foot-pounds of torque, and BMW claim this car can get about 60 miles to the gallon. At just over 3000 RPM you can hear some of the wastegate noise. I'm not sure how well you can hear that in the car, but in here you can hear it just a little bit. So we're just going to finish up the review now. The 7 Series to me that I've figured out anyway during the course of this review is probably the most impressive car I've ever filmed in my life. It is an incredible piece of technology. As a matter of fact, it just goes to show now how advanced cars and technology have become in the past decade, or even more than that. I mean, the iDrive 5 system in here is wonderful, so it is. It's got an excellent sized screen, great display, fast processor, and you can now surf the internet and you can just access pretty much anything you want. And then you got, you know, the SOS service as well. And then we got other incredible pieces of technology in here, like the adaptive cruise control, for instance, which you can hook onto the back of the car in front of you. So if that car speeds up, you speed up, and if that car slows down, you slow down, and it can even hit the brakes automatically for you. Then you got the impressive LED headlights, but then again you can also, for about another €3,500, get the laser headlights, which are incredibly impressive as well. And then you got this beautiful digital display here between Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro mode. Really, really nice, so it is. And just the interior of this car, as I was saying, is beautifully crafted with the ivory white leather and the beautiful wooden trim. And then you got the back seat as well, exceptionally comfortable. You completely adjust the seats, you got automatic air conditioning back there. And then there's the engine. The 730 diesel that I have here will most likely be the best selling model in Europe so well, because it's got plenty of power, plenty of torque, and it's very, very quiet in here and very economical. Just an amazing car, so it is. We're just gonna power it off now. And just the attention to detail and everything in here is wonderful as well. All these buttons have this beautiful silver finish. I mean, look at the engine start stop button there. It looks really nice. Even the key fob is beautifully designed. So as I said earlier, as soon as you open the door, the car shuts off. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full in-depth tour of the all-new 2016 BMW 7 Series. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned, we'll be playing more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.